While hunting, Sergei comes face to face with a lion and shields his younger brother. Instead of shooting, he lowers his gun, calming the beast, until his father Nikolai fires from behind. The enraged lion attacks and drags Sergei away, but its blood mixes with his wound, and it mysteriously releases him. Sergei survives, yet Nikolai sees his compassion as weakness and continues to push him toward becoming a ruthless heir. Burdened by his father's cruelty and his mother's recent suicide, Sergei finally runs away, carrying a treasured card with him. While escaping, he survives a fall unharmed and continues to his mother's hometown, a vast grassland. There, a stampeding buffalo herd charges at him, but parts at the last moment, with the lead buffalo shielding him before walking away. Sergei soon discovers his abilities have evolved far beyond human limits. He can hurl a spear incredible distances, run like a cheetah, leap high into the air, and hear the faintest sounds. After hearing a gunshot, he races toward poachers, but arrives to find a herd of buffalo already slaughtered. Their casual order for him to leave triggers uncontrollable fury. With overwhelming strength, he kills them and vows to avenge the animals they have destroyed. 16 years later, Sergei, now the feared assassin Craven, sets his sights on a new target. If you're enjoying the video, don't forget to hit the like button. Disguised as a prisoner, he willingly enters jail and strikes a deal with his deadly cellmate. He will escape within 3 days. The next day, he crushes 2 thugs who try to threaten him, alerting the prison's kingpin, Semyon. Taken to Semyon's room, Craven stays calm. He has a plan. The moment the guards drop their guard, he strikes swiftly, taking out the bodyguards before Semyon can flee.
Craven overpowers the prison kingpin, throws him off the upper floor, and tears through the walls to escape, triggering the alarms. Outside, a blizzard disorients him until a tundra wolf approaches. Once he reaches out with his telepathy, it calms down and guides him back to his extraction team. After wiping off his tattoos, Craven leaves behind a body staged as if wolves have killed him. Returning to the grasslands, he finds poachers slaughtering buffalo and ambushes them, killing the entire group in seconds. Their leader flees, but Craven later tracks him down, kills him with a crossbow bolt, and crosses another name off his list. Following a familiar scent, he approaches a woman, Calypso, and shows her the card he has kept since childhood. She immediately recognizes him. Years earlier, after Sergei is dragged away by the lion, Calypso and her family pass by. Guided by her grandmother's fortune reading and a sacred elixir, she finds the lion holding the boy unharmed. She gives Sergei the elixir and leaves him with the card, hoping it will protect him. Though doctors declare Sergei dead, he suddenly revives moments before life support is shut off. Determined to learn how he survives, he searches for 16 years until he finally senses Calypso. Now a lawyer in London mourning her mentor's murder, she learns from Craven that he has already killed the culprit, Semyon, the same man Craven eliminated in prison. After checking the prison records, she confirms it is true, but she still rejects Craven's violent methods and doubts whether he acts out of gratitude. Meanwhile, news of Semyon's death reaches Rhino, once a minor thug under Craven's father, but now power-hungry. He meets Semyon's former lieutenant, Omer, and demonstrates his terrifying ability, hardening his body by disconnecting a hose on his back, surviving gunfire without a scratch. Horrified, Omer agrees to join him. He later takes Rhino to meet Nikolai, who offers protection while secretly planning to control them. But Rhino's assassins attack mid-conversation. Nikolai fights back, but his younger son Dmitri hides in fear, disappointing him deeply. Rhino soon learns his assassins have failed and then receives footage of Craven's prison escape. Realizing the infamous hunter is Nikolai's son shocks him. If they ever reunite, it will be disastrous. To prevent that, he sends a hypnotic assassin after Craven. Meanwhile, unaware of the danger, Craven scales a skyscraper to surprise Dmitri on his birthday. Dmitri confesses he once begged to flee with him, but Craven refused, leaving him to suffer under their father. Though Dmitri still craves Nikolai's approval, Craven urges him to stay away from their ruthless father. Before Craven can explain further, Nikolai arrives and Craven leaves to avoid ruining the celebration. The next morning, he finds the room destroyed and Dmitri kidnapped.
He spots him being forced into a car and jumps from the balcony, chasing the vehicle with beast-like speed. He slams into it and climbs onto the roof, but the car's speed throws him off. The kidnappers take Dmitri to a remote dock, but Craven arrives just as a helicopter is lifting off. He anchors it with a net rope, dodges gunfire, and takes down the gunner with a steel pipe. The helicopter finally breaks free, and Craven clings to it until a buoy knocks him loose, leaving him helpless as Dmitri is carried away. With no leads left, Craven asks Calypso for help. She agrees, but locating the kidnappers will take time. Craven then confronts his father, only to learn Nikolai already knows. Dmitri's kidnappers have sent a severed finger and demand 20 million. Though the amount means little to him, Nikolai refuses to pay, fearing it will destroy his reputation and doubting they will release Dmitri anyway. His cold decision crushes Craven's final hope. Make sure to subscribe to the channel! Accepting he is on his own, Craven prepares to rescue Dmitri himself. Calypso's team soon finds the kidnapper's base, but her contact, already bought off, is killed by the hypnotic assassin for betraying them. The hideout is carved into a cliff, but Craven scales it effortlessly and slips inside. He eliminates guards silently, moving through the base like a ghost. Eventually, the alarm goes off, but the kidnappers underestimate him. Within seconds, the gunfire stops. Craven tackles Omer, but before he can question him, a rocket strikes and blasts them off the cliff. As the landslide begins, Craven shields Omer to keep his lead alive, but the collapsing cliff buries him. Believing Craven dead, the hypnotic assassin searches the rubble for proof, only for Craven to appear behind him and eliminate both killers instantly. Meanwhile, Dmitri is brought to Rhino, who surprisingly refuses to hurt him. Seeing a reflection of his own neglected childhood, Rhino shows empathy and reveals he is the product of torturous experiments that give him strength but constant pain. He believes only power earns respect and wants Dmitri to undergo the same transformation to eventually take over Nikolai's empire. Rhino's men report an intruder, but instead of Craven, the foreigner steps out of the elevator and plunges the room into a hallucination. Appearing before Dmitri, he warns Rhino not to harm the boy. Craven's only weakness is his brother. He then reveals a rare Siberian herb, the same one Craven uses on his arrows. Finding where it grows will let them track Craven. Meanwhile, Craven takes Calypso to his hidden Siberian base filled with research and rare plants. He has spent years trying to recreate the ancient remedy that once saved him, but Calypso does not know the lost recipe. At the same time, the foreigner and Rhino create a terrifying new poison that forces victims into their worst nightmares before killing them. But before they can continue their plans, danger erupts in the forest. A cheetah flashes past, scattering their men. In the confusion, Dmitri escapes into the woods, and Rhino sends a team after him, unaware they are heading straight into Craven's trap. The hunt begins. In the jungle, Craven moves like a phantom. Assassins fall before they can pull the trigger. Rhino, seeing his team wiped out, orders a helicopter strike, but Craven evades every explosion. As he retreats, a poisoned arrow hits him, dragging him into a nightmare where the foreigner's voice twists his senses. Disoriented, he attacks illusions until the foreigner closes in to finish him, only for Calypso to shoot him through the head and revive Craven with the elixir. Meanwhile, Rhino assumes Craven is dead and prepares to leave with Dmitri, but a massive buffalo stampede hits the convoy. Activating his hardened skin, Rhino plows through the chaos. Craven catches up, launching Rhino off a car with a kick, but Rhino uses the impact to hurl him away. Craven dodges every attack, yet his blows cannot hurt Rhino. With one crushing charge, Rhino smashes Craven and a truck through the air. Craven rises again but is quickly overpowered by Rhino. Just before losing consciousness, he notices Rhino's weak point and drives a metal rod into it, freeing himself but enraging the beast. Acting fast, Craven wraps a steel cable around Rhino and anchors it to a charging buffalo. The stampede tramples Rhino, leaving him barely alive. Craven then confronts his father and learns the truth. Nikolai had sent the prison break footage to Rhino, hoping someone else would kill Craven for him. Heartbroken, Craven walks away, but when a bear appears, Nikolai panics, finds his rifle empty, and is left to face the creature. A year later, Craven attends Dmitri's birthday and is stunned to see his once timid brother now ruling their father's empire. Hoping to guide him,
Craven approaches him afterward, only to discover the truth. Dmitri had been part of the Doctor's experiment from the beginning, manipulating events from the shadows. The truth hits Craven hard. He was merely a tool in Dmitri's plan, and the chameleon is ready to ignite chaos on a scale the world has never witnessed. Thanks for watching, and share this video with your friends and subscribe now to never miss an interesting story.